Hi, my name is Jensen. Let's learn some UiPath. Today we'll talk about how to generate a random number, maybe generate a random month, and even generate a random integer or name from an array. So we created this flowchart and we will drag in a sequence. I will recommend to have you doing this yourself. And while watching the video, just pause it and start it, and because you will learn a lot from that, more than just passively watching it. But that's up to you. So the first sequence we will create, that's a dice roll. Let's double click in here. We will create a variable. The variable is the random variable. It's an integer, and it's a variable that we will use in all our processes, so we will change the scope to the flowchart instead of just this sequence, and it'll be an integer. Now let's assign a random number to it, and for a dice roll that should be between 1 and 6, so we'll find and assign. Here we will put in our variable here, and then we will use the .NET. I think I'll open the VB editor up here, and remember to tell me if I talk too fast. Well, I can't do nothing about it in this video because that's already made when you see it, but for future videos let me know if I talk too fast. So we will use the .NET, so new random, then parentheses. We could use a seed number. By using a seed number like 225, then we will ensure that the same algorithm and the same seed number, so the same number will come again and again if we want to replicate the process in another thing. However, we want it to be completely random, or as pseudo-random as it can be. Then we will use the next, and we can see that we got some possibilities here. We could, if we just write one number in here, like 10, then it will write out a number between 0 and 10. So we cannot use like this. That will give us a number between 0 and 6, and 0 is not on a die, so we can't use that. However, we can use we can put in a min value and a max value. So like this. That will be the min value is included in the lower bound. So this one is included, and this one is excluded. So it will be a number between 1 and 6. That's what we're going to use. So remember this, because this can be a little tricky. This one is included, and this one is not. And remember that integers are only whole numbers, so it will just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and not any commas. So click OK. And now we generated a random number between 1 and 6. We can display that random number. So find our message box here, and we could put in like your random number. Maybe we should put in your dice roll is, and then we will put out the random number here to string. So this one should generate a dice roll. Let's try to roll the dice. We will run the process, and we'll have a dice roll of 1. We could run it again if we wanted, but I assure you that this is random. So this was the dice roll. Now let's try to pick a random month. We'll create a new sequence over here. We'll set that as start node, and now it's a random month. So we'll double click it, and we will use the assign again. The procedure is quite equal to the dice roll, so we will just use our int random again, and then I'll open the VB editor up here. So new, you could write it in here, but it's a bit small, so if your expression is long, then you can't see everything here. So I like to write it up here, but yeah, random, and then no C, then dot, next, and what are we going to use now? We want a number between 1 and 12, and as before, the max number is an exclusive upper bound, so it will be 1 to 13. That's a number between 1 and 12. And we could find a message box again. So first, this one will be the so your random month is, and then the int random. to string. So the first the first thing here, that will just be the number of the month. So let's just pick a month, and we will have June number 6. However, maybe we wanted to display the actual month, and we can just use the .NET month name, and then so that will look like this, month name, and then the int random in parentheses like this. So this one will give us a random month, like the name of the random month. So this was August, and we could go on and on. So that was random dice roll and a random month. Now we will create a random name from an array. So let's drag in a third sequence. We will this will be the array sequence, and we will create the array first. So this will be an array of names. It could be an array of integers. Now it's just an array of strings. So then it will, the variable type, we have to change it to array of, and then we will choose strings here, like this, and we will put in the values for the array. So this one could be like Messi. That will be the first name of our array. Then we will have Ronaldo, and the third name will be Jensen, and I think we'll stop here. So we want to generate a random name from this array, like Messi, Ronaldo, and Jensen. Again, we will use the assign, and we will have the int random again. But now we have to, again, I'll open the editor up here. So the new random, that doesn't change, and we will use the parentheses, and then the next, like this. And so what we can use now is that we actually, the numbers, the elements on this array, that is equal to 0, 1, and 2. So we essentially want a name between 1 and 0. However, this array could change. We could get more names on it. So we want it to dynamically change. So we don't want to write 2, because then if we got like one more name, then we can't select this with this random generator. So what we'll do is that we'll need to find the length of the array, and that could be done with typing in the array and then just length. This one will return an integer but an integer with the length of the array. So here it's number 2. So because it's 0, 1, 2. So now we created a random number between 0 and length of this array, and now we need a message box to display the name. So this could be like your random name is, and then we will put in the array names. So that's the array to choose from, and we will put in an index. So this one will tell us, like, if we put in like 0, then it will be Messi. If you put in 1, it will be Ronaldo, and 2, Jensen. But however, we created a random name between 0 and 2 up here, so we'll just put in this random int random, like this, and then we will have it to string. No, it is string, sorry. And that should do it. So let's try to run this. Oh, we forgot to set this as start node, so set the array as start node, run it again. This is always nice to have some errors. So this one was Messi, and we could run it again. I like these small errors because you will make them in your daily UiPath live, so I will not edit them out unless they are really big. But I doubt that they will be. So this one is our random name generator. So that's it. I will leave the file down in the description down here. So if you want to see it for yourself and import it, you could do that. And make sure to subscribe, because we will have future videos about UiPath and .NET. That's it for now. Bye bye.